best intentions for FaZe. Now he may make some mistakes, just like I made some mistakes when I was kind of the one driving the ship at some point. We all do, but I think I always had the best intention. I believe he did. He does too. But yeah, Blaze, I didn't agree with him being kicked. I didn't want him to get kicked, and the idea of me ghosting him as well. You know, he talked about it. Okay, I'm not gonna say I didn't ghost him because I didn't reply to his text. So clearly that's the definition of ghosting. Now, the way that people are saying, like, I just, after all these years, I ghosted him and then I kicked him and then I don't care about him. Like, no, man, like, I didn't reply to him because, one, he sent me a massive text message. Right away, I messaged the rest of the group that's making decisions. I'm like, guys, like, you know, I've been saying for months, I want Blaze, I want Tico, and, you know, Rain again. Of course, what world would I not want Rain to be a part of FaZe? But again, he's had his own, you know, kind of journey with what he feels, right? But I've wanted Blaze and Tico for sure. I've always felt like FaZe is not FaZe without all of us, including those three. And the difference, I guess, with Blaze versus like Rain, for example, Blaze was not included in the next phase of what this is going to be. I disagreed. I made it very clear. So when he texted me, I still pushed, and I was trying to kind of low-key see if there's any way that the rest of the group would change their mind. Wasn't the case. And I just never got back to him because I didn't know what to say to the guy. And I know that sounds lame, and it is. You know, I regret not responding. Now it's easy for me to look back, hindsight 2020. I should have just called him and, like Ben, had an awkward conversation and just told him straight up. Thing was with me, as I mentioned, I don't like to like throw people under the bus. You know, I don't want to like, oh, it's his fault, I didn't do it. You know, and like even with FaZe, I'll get to it a little bit, but like I became this kind of middleman between corporate and FaZe members, and like whenever there was a problem, I did my best to suppress the problem and to not let other people get blamed. So even if someone, like, I just tried to solve it and redirect the blame and whatever, and like let's focus on how we can, you know, fix the problem and keep everyone's relationships good. That's just the way I operate. So with Blaze, I didn't want to call, and I don't want to say, hey man, I don't want to kick you, but you're getting kicked. And sorry, it's not my decision. But like, I didn't want to throw anyone on the bus. I didn't want to have an awkward conversation. But now when I'm seeing all these people saying it, now I'm basically publicly saying that. So I wish I just called him in the first place and had that conversation. But I was honestly, one, waiting to see if there was any way that he would stick around. People would agree to that. And two, I was also near the end of that. It was a few weeks span. Like at some point in that, I was like, all right, man, like, is anyone going to help me talk to this guy? Because it's like, how do you want me to go explain to him something that it's not even, like, it's not my vision to explain to him of what, like, in regards to him. I thought he deserved to be a part of the brand, and I think he fits FaZe always, but other people had different visions, and I'm like, how do you want me to explain this? I can't really explain something to him that I don't understand in depth. So anyways, that's what ended up happening. I didn't reply to him. I thought about it multiple times, probably every day for those couple weeks, and it was something that stressed me out, and I texted multiple times about it with our group chat, and it was just, for whatever reason, you know, from other people are doing other things, people are busy, I don't know, never got to it myself. Again, regardless of all that, I shouldn't have just tried to wait for someone else to kind of help me with that convo. I should have just called him and had a tough conversation and just been very upfront with him. So I apologize to him. You guys, I mean, to be honest, as I mentioned, like, there are people that are very in love and that care so much about FaZe, and I do feel like you guys deserve some sort of explanation, of course. As I mentioned, though, the majority, I love to do things offline. I think this whole online thing can be a little fake at times. People replying to people's tweets with love and stuff like that, and then, you know, you know the reality offline sometimes, and you're just like, this is all just like a facade, and I don't like it. So I messaged him. There's a few other people that I also messaged, and, you know,